Hello Chessmode family, White Monday continues, Jimavadik here is with you. Partkanoni sent me another game. In this game I will stop only on important moments, as that it will be interesting for everyone, so I will stay always in critical moments. Here is the first moment in the end game. We are playing b6 move part. I prefer much more rook fd8 move. The thing here is that after b6 the first thing is that all the time such moves like bishop h6 will be possible, and we can have some problems here. And also whenever after b6 knight is not on b3, it's somewhere else, or knight are changed, we give white some easy plan after a4, a5, they may begin to make some troubles here. Whenever knight is not on b3 and is not hanging here. So it's little bit, it's small mistake, but I prefer to avoid this. b6, okay, rook f8 I prefer much more, sorry, rook f8 here, c3, b6 is played, rook ed1, rook f8, bishop h6, and here this one is big mistake. It's not as small as previous one, bishop b3, it's a big mistake. For nothing, we should avoid all the time to give two bishops to opponent. Now these two bishops are too powerful, and also the thing here is that the fight gonna be in two flanks. It's gonna be here on queen side, and it's gonna be here in king side. Here is 3 pawns against our 2 pawns. So what will happen? Somewhere white will have pass pawn here. While our 4 pawns against 3 pawns, we will try to create a pass pawns here. Yeah, strategy when the pawns are not symmetrical staying. And there, when the fight goes one in queen side and in king side, these two bishops becomes much more stronger. The position would be less worse for us if the pawn here was on c5, because it would be harder for white to get the fight in two places, in queen side and in king side. But here, when the pawn structure is like this, these two bishops are even more dangerous, and the position is very bad for us. For nothing, we should avoid giving our two bishop advantage to our opponent. We could here simply play rook b8 move, and everything is fine. If bishop b5 with the idea to take rook d5, then simply we can go back rook c8. So bishop b3 we should try to avoid, for nothing to give two bishops. So a b3 in the game was rook d1, rook d1, rook a1, bishop e5. And now you should bring your bishop to b8 in order to protect this a7 pawn. So suddenly big problems occurred. Another bad thing after bishop b3 is that after a b3 this line is opening on your a7 pawn, and it's becoming much weaker. So bishop e5 he played in order to bring bishop on b8. However, yeah, he played g3, bishop b8, we have time, but he could play immediately bishop b5. Attacking here on a7, you cannot go back knight b5 because rook a7 you will or rook a7, rook d1 check. Okay, maybe f4 at first and then rook a7. And after bishop b5, if you want to protect the pawn, is to play knight a5. Before knight b3, now if white take here, you can play some rook d1 and knight d2 and activate your pieces, and okay, it's okay for you. But after knight a5, before knight b3, you can simply play rook e1, and suddenly your knight on b3 is in a big problem. Now bishop a4 is coming, and knight d2 move is not possible because of rook d1. It's look like the only move here not to lose this knight is to play bishop c7 in order after bishop f4, knight d2, rook d1 have knight e4. So bishop from c7 protected the rook on d8. But after bishop c7 move, I can play bishop g5, and you lost your e7 pawn. You have still problem with this b3 knight. So this everything, all these problems started with bishop b3 move, when you give your opponent two bishops and also open this a line on your weak pawn on a7. Also, a few words here. In the opening knight d5, you took queen d5. I prefer much more bishop d5 move, keeping the queens. The thing here is that after c3, if you play b6, it's not as a big problem as in the end game. because you have queen, which after a4, a5 move somewhere, queen on c7 will protect this b6 pawn. And some moves like bishop a6 is not a problem absolutely, because after rook c7, rook d7 is coming. Rook d7, queen c7, rook d8, everything is fine. I would prefer here keeping the queens. However, up to you. If you like changing the queens, it's fine. But avoid this b6 move, because all the time bishop a6 move will happen, as was possible in the game, and somewhere when knight is not hanging on b3, a4, a5 plan will come. But the crucial mistake here is bishop after bishop a6, bishop b3 move, and this position is very bad for you. So this was the biggest lessons to avoid giving your opponent two bishops. If you have any questions, write me in the comments below in our Facebook group. I would be happy to answer them. Ciao.